Hello, I'm Francesca, and this is your monthly astrology and energy forecast for the month of August 2025. And welcome back if you're a subscriber. Welcome if you're new. Hopefully, by the end of this video, you'll be so enamored you will click like and subscribe so that you don't miss any video uploads. So, normally, my monthly overviews, I look at the main astrological transits, once again, from my perspective, and then give, we'll say, lucky days in love. And then I also pull some cards for insights, guidance, all sorts of fun things. So I have an oracle card and then three tarot cards to go over. So let's dive in. Happy August. This year, August has, I don't quite know how to explain it, but there's this really, the word silky is coming to mind, this silky energy. It's fiery and grounded. I don't know why this year in particular, there's this, the word I'm hearing is maturity to it, but there is. So let's just look at our main astrological transits first. Okay. So on the 6th, we have Mars entering Libra. And this is important because Mars is all about drive, ambition, energy, and Libra is all about relationships. Libra ruled by Venus, right? So there's this really interesting alchemical um, mixture that happens on the 6th, and really be open to maybe a different layer of commitment. Um, there's, but where it's balanced, right? Because Libra's all about balance. So maybe where you can compromise, where your partner can compromise, but compromise in the sense that it's working for the whole. It's to support the union. It's not in the sense of sacrifice. I have to give up something. No, it's, well, how do we work together? We have this drive, this energy, we have this balance to make this union even deeper, even more luscious. So yeah, there's a little zip zing on the 6th. On the 8th, we have the pinnacle, we'll say, of the Lion's Gate portal, which it's open for a while, but this is a really big day. And I personally am one of those people when there's these huge energy days, I take a little extra time to ground, meditate, whatever feels appropriate to you. And wherever you are, like maybe being outside, but maybe it's winter where you are, sitting by the fireplace, like whatever feels appropriate to you, but just a lot of light coming in. And of course, August, the beginning half is Leo, ruled by the sun, which you're going to crack up when I show you one of the cards. So whatever feels appropriate for you that day. And it's a really good day to set intentions. And because I feel like, well, it also technically is the beginning of the new year for the Mayan calendar, right? So there's this sense of freshness. So it's a really good time to birth new projects, new ideas, start taking action on those ideas that you may have jotted down, or maybe they just come in like a flash. So pay attention to those because like I said, this is a really good time for these projects, these sparks, all these little curiosities. On the 9th, we have the Aquarius full moon, and this energy is super fascinating to me. So I'm really looking forward to see how it feels on the day because we have we're in this fiery season, but then we're getting the air, and I don't know, it just feels, like I said, there's this to this year's August. So we shall see how it all plays out. So with this full moon, when I tune into what comes up, right? Because full moons are going to illuminate things, things that come up into our awareness, blocks that maybe we didn't see or maybe don't want to look at. We're like, oh, there you are again, old friend. Well, let's have some tea and talk. Um, but to me, it's about what's going to be illuminated is what's blocking your dreams. Because, like I said, Aquarius is an air sign. They can be in their heads a lot, they can be very analytical, but there's also a little bit of a dreaminess to it because we have something Neptune moving around back there. So, what could be blocking your dreams? And then what's interesting is then on the 11th, we have Mercury going direct in Leo. So it's like we get this illumination of what's blocking us. And then, of course, anytime there's a retrograde, there's always a little bit of a shadow period. But then there's also then this forward movement because then we're going, Mercury's going direct in Leo, and Leo fire, right? Passion, courage, bravery. And so it's like we get the hits, the insights, and then it's full force ahead. Like giddy up, I say. Giddy up. All right, then on the 12th, we have the Lion's Gate kind of like portal ending, closing, we should say not ending, but closing for the season. But of course, we're going to feel the effects for a while. And it's almost like all the seeds that have been planted from around July 25th to August 12th. Um, it's like they've really been fertilized. I don't know. It's like I said, I can't quite express with words exactly what this energy is, but there's a refinement to this fiery element. If that makes any sense at all, let me know in the comments. Once again, this is my perspective from tuning in. Then on the 22nd, Sun enters Virgo. So happy birthday to those earthy Virgos. And then we have on the 23rd, the Virgo new moon. And so, whilst we have planted these seeds, and a lot of times, new moons are all about new beginnings, setting intentions. What I sense more with this new moon is getting more into the details of those intentions, like getting into the minutia, the nitty gritty. So, if you had some amazing insight at the beginning of this month, an idea come up, this creative spark, now's the time to be like, okay, well, how can this play out in the 3D? What are my action steps? Like the energy is just so rife for you to like really get into that minutia at this time. Like super supportive, super yummy, just lots of success if you can hone in, come up with a plan, how steps, 1, 2, 3, and then start taking action. Um, on the 25th, we have Venus entering Leo. So that's some spice, some extra spice to the month, as if this month isn't spicy enough, and lots of creativity and just so many things. And what I love about it too is then you have this Virgo energy coming in at the end, which is earthy. It's grounding. So it's like you have this creativity, the spark, the action, but also then very detailed and very grounded. So it just is. I'm excited to see at the end of August how things unfold. All right. So now particular days that are, we'll say, favorable for love and connection, because that's what we are all about here. So those days are, I had to write them down because there are a few, and there's no way I was going to remember all this. The 6th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 15th, the 20th, the 25th, the 26th, and the 31st. So again, those days are the 6th, the 10th, 11th, 12th, 15th, 20th, 25th, 26th, and the 31st. So, yay. So, if you want to make date night on one or all of those nights, yay. Um, but even so, it's a really good day to even just connect with friends, with family, with whatever groups you may be a part of, whatever your community is. Super, super luscious, super favorable. All right. So now on to the cards. And if you're a subscriber and if you've watched any of my other monthly forecasts, you will know there are never any coincidences. It's always synchronicity. And it makes me laugh because it just goes to show like how connected everything is. And it's just further confirmation, right? So, drum roll, please. When I ask for when I tune in, when I do my little process, I always ask like, what's in the highest good? What do we need to know? Um, Guidance, all those things that's going to serve our highest good and greatest happiness, right? So the card, the sun. So the overall energy for August is the sun, which once again, you have the beginning of Leo ruled by the sun. Doesn't get yummier than that. But what's also interesting, of course, is because everything is related. So astrology, numerology, all of it, like all of these different areas that we study, they're all linked. And so the number of the sun card on this is 53. 5 plus 3 is 8. Month of August, 8, also the infinity, right? So the balancing of the divine, masculine, feminine, etc. And I think I've said this before about the sun, is that in most cultures, the sun is like the pinnacle of the divine masculine, right? There are some cultures where it represented the divine feminine, excuse me, in all her empowered self. What I love about the infinity is because it in that 8 is it's that balance of both. So for me, then when I tune in a little more to the message of the card and what's the takeaway, right? Like what do I get out of this? So excuse me. Oh boy, there must be a message for somebody here. Is the sun is life force, right? For most of us, it, shines on the plants, grow, we eat the plants, animals eat plants, so on and so forth. Previously, and it's also interesting because Virgo kind of rules the hermit card in the tarot, but it's like, where have you not been shining? Like, and that's totally fine. I know that this summer I took a step back from a lot of things. It was very hermity because I needed to recharge my batteries, I needed to regenerate, and everything ebbs and flows, right? So to me, the sun is a reminder then, okay, time to come out of the cave, time to shine your light. So, where and how can you shine your light? And the energy this month is super supportive. Like, there's this very empowering vibe to it. So, how can you shine your light the only way that you can? Because each of us is this beautiful recipe. Like, we all have these magical gifts, wisdom, and mastery. We all have qualities that the world needs, the galaxy needs us to shine those. So, just take a moment of, and ponder, where have I been dimming my light and how can I shine my light, honoring my light, and also being in that space of humility, not being the shadow aspect of the sun, right? Where it's all about me, right? But where it's like, I honor my gifts and mastery, and I'm here to illuminate and just be light. So that's making me a little teary eyed. All right. Then I was guided to pull some tarot cards, and there was a specific deck I was guided to. And so I pulled three. So the first one is Seven of Water. Um, and absolutely love that. And to me, there's a co-creativeness about this. It's about imagination, right? Like water can be emotional, but when with this card, it's a little more about like the flow and co-creating, right? Like how do we co-create with the universe? We're part of the universe. So how do I personally co-create? How do you like for everybody it's going to be slightly different, right? And then what's interesting is then when I pulled the next two cards, it kind of told a story. So we have like the imagination, the co-creative, like this very yummy, bringing something from the dream world, like pulling that down, channeling that down. And then the next card that came out is the Page of Fire. And to me, that's then the action. So we have the dream. I had talked about the creative spark. Once again, like I just love it, right? So it's like whatever I feel into, then the cards confirm it, and it just makes me laugh, like in the best of ways, in the best of ways. So we have the dream, the spark, the creativity. We start co-creating. Then we have the action, right? And it's a very mm, it's a action that is very clear. Like there's a clear communication to this action, but there's also this ease to it, if that makes sense. Like it's okay, we have the dream, we're taking action, it's inspired action. It's not pushy, it's not domineering. It's just this, oh, this is the next action I'm supposed to take. This is aligned. Okay, I'm going to do it. And then the last card, which interesting is the Hangman. Now, I know in a lot of decks, the hangman can be in action. But with this deck, and also I love that it's 12, which is three. Three is create the number of creation. What, hold up a little bit closer so you can see. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What I love about the interpretation with this deck is that you've taken the action. Now you have the detachment and trusting in divine timing. Like, and to me, that goes back to the action without the force. And so it tells a story, right? So we have the idea, the creation, starting to co-create, like bringing it from the ether into the 3D. Then we have the aligned action, and then we have the letting go, the surrender. And truth be told, many years ago, when, many moons ago, when I heard surrender, I was like, that seems so. But it's more about detaching. And it's like, I'm co creating, there's a divine timing. I'll be pulsed when it's aligned. Doing anything out of that alignment isn't going to get me results. It's just going to get me frustration. So I am more than happy to take my action steps and be completely detached because what could unfold may exceed anything that I may have thought for myself. So I don't want to be attached to what I think the outcome should be. And on that note, beautiful souls, I will take my leave. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed it immensely. Let me know in the comments what your favorite little nugget was. Give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe, share with your friends, help spread the love vibes around the world, and sparkle and shine your light, especially this month of August, the only way that you can. And until next time, more love vibes to come. Ciao.